You got an anniversary though.
We do, and I'm working into that. So Shirley and Russ have been married 13 years today.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Yes. They've each experienced spouses who have died, and you know, the Lord just carried them through till they met each other. And I told Daryl, I said, boy, they're made for each other. If any two people were made for each other, it's Shirley and Russ, and it's such a blessing, you know, to be in, lose a spouse and to be married over years, and the Lord sends someone that you just enjoy being with. That's what marriage is all about now, you young people. Marriage is somebody you enjoy being with, and you love being with them, and you want to be with them all the time. Right there?
Right.
But Daryl and I love just getting in the car and riding, just being in the same areas, the same space. And I think, you know, God made us that way.
You gotta go fishing every now and then.
Huh?
So you gotta go fishing every now and then.
What do you
Thank
think?
you.
Thank you, fishing,
Maybe
lady.
at home.
But anyway,
My point is that.
so Shirley wanted to surprise Russ today. And
really?
Instead of singing or having a song, she's gonna give her testimony about
Praise the Lord.
their life together. Yes, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, I've been wanting to give this testimony. It's a short one, but it's how Russ and I got together, basically. So I'm not a speaker, so I wrote it out. So if y'all bear with me. Only once in our life do we have an opportunity to heed the voice of God when He instructs us to do something that will change our life in a great way. I can attest that I am one of those that listened and obeyed, even though at the time I wasn't sure and thought it might just be me. I chose to do what I was told to do anyway, and grateful I did. I lost my first husband in 2006 while living in Japan, and my son and I moved to Georgia to be close to family. After going through some difficult years, I began dating in 2009. I was online on the dating sites praying that God would send me a good Christian man. I dated a few I'd met on these sites and was disappointed in the fact that there were so many claiming to be Christian, but they really were not. So I decided to take my profile off these sites, off of all of them. When I got to Christian dating for free, I felt the Holy Spirit say, check one more time. And you know, first I thought, well, maybe it's just me, you know, just go and take it off anyway. But it's like the Lord was just an echo in my heart, check, just check. So I thought, well, it won't hurt, so I'll check one more time. So when I checked, a very handsome face popped up. So I thought it wouldn't hurt to send him a smiley face and see what happens. Within minutes of sending the emoji, I got a long email from him. And so our long distance relationship began. He asked me to marry him on the phone, and I accepted. He and I had both been widowed and both had a lot of faith in God. The more we talked, the more in common we found we had. He flew me to Portland, and when I arrived at the airport, I was in a wheelchair. A little Ukrainian woman was pushing me, and I kept trying to say, just stop, I'll get out and walk from here, because I was afraid if he saw me in a wheelchair, he'd run off. Well, when we got up to where we were to go get our baggage, I heard, there she is. And Russ came over and he gave me a kiss, and then he said, where do we go from here? Well, that told me all I needed to know about the man I was going to marry. So got to Portland, and I stayed with his friend, a minister, and we married a week later. She married us in her home. When Russ proposed to me, again, before our little wedding, he proposed on one knee. And he showed me a list he'd carried in his wallet listing qualities in a wife he desired and prayed for daily, and said that I met everything on that list. A couple of days before the wedding, he wrote this and read it to me as his vow. Shirley, my love, you are a testimony to God's undeserved favor towards me. A testimony that God can take two broken lives and make something wonderful. As surely as I love my God from this day on, I will love, honor, protect, and cherish you as a blessing from heaven you truly are. Though life is uncertain in some ways, I declare before these witnesses and our God, we will live this life's journey to satisfy our Maker together as husband and wife, all to the glory of God. Well, the next morning he cooked me breakfast. He's been cooking for me ever since. The first trip we made to Georgia was in July 2010. I brought him here to introduce him to the family. And it was, as I said, July. Hot time. Russ's first time to the East Coast. And boy, did you learn about humidity and bugs. But you know, that didn't stop him from wanting to move here in 2016 to be close to my family. And I'm so grateful we did, because my dad died almost to the day 1 month after we moved here. So I got to spend a little quality time with him. We both have gotten to know each other's families, and I can truly say that we all are family. His family embraced me and welcomed me, as well as my family embracing and welcoming Russ. What a great blessing that has been for us both. We lived in Portland 7 years doing photography, traveling, catering events, working in ministries, and gardening. He taught me a lot about cooking and a lot about gardening. So with that said, happy anniversary to a sweet, kind, loving, and caring man. I thank God for you.
Right.